Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. Tonight's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my most potent, long-lasting fragrances in my perfume collection. I have gathered quite a few fragrances in my perfume collection that are indeed beast mode, and this is the time of year where you bring out these really beast mode strong, some even a little bit obnoxious smelling fragrances to cut through the cold weather, to project and shine even on the coldest of days when your nose is numb and you can barely even smell because that's literally how it is over here, you guys. So I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 most long-lasting, most potent, most projecting fragrances in my perfume collection. If you guys are interested in seeing, all the most strongest scents that I have, then by all means keep on watching. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous support. I truly appreciate your love and your support. Let's just get right into our very first scent. So one of the fragrances in my perfume collection that I consider to be very potent, very long lasting, and the projection is through the roof is Tobacco Oud from Kayali. And this is one of their newest releases from the Oud Gasm collection. And this is a beautiful, spicy, sweet tobacco and oud fragrance with the essence of saffron. There's some sweetness from the plum. There's some praline in here. So there is a generous dose of sweetness coupled with that beautiful, authentic tobacco note. There's essence of the saffron in here. So there's a very prominent note of saffron in here. So the oud is backing up the tobacco beautifully. And this is a beautiful, strong, sweet, I want to say, there is something like truly exquisite. There's a sweetness to this perfume. Okay, you get the plum and the praline, but there's like a nice sweetness to this fragrance, even though tobacco can be somewhat of a heavy, a harsh note. It is backed up beautifully and complemented by those sweet touches in this perfume that makes this fragrance truly intoxicating. And above all things, this perfume projects like crazy. This is a very strong perfume. A lot of people complain about the projection and longevity of Kayali fragrances. Not with this one, you guys. This one is giving. Okay, you are getting strong, almost beast mode. It is beast mode, but it wears beautifully. This is borderline obnoxious in my opinion. It is a beautiful offering from the range that gives you your bang for your buck, because the projection, the longevity, the scent profile of this fragrance is truly, captivating in my opinion. And as for how it compares to Tobacco Oud, it gives you oud. Okay, it gives you oud with that beautiful note of tobacco. So for me, this is a very potent, long-lasting fragrance in my perfume collection that gives you at least 7 to 8 hours, and you will smell this fragrance you will smell this perfume while you're wearing it. So this definitely has a lot of presence. So for me, this is one of the most potent and long-lasting fragrances that I have in my perfume collection that I think is an absolute beauty to wear for the fall and winter season. So this is Tobacco Oud by Kayali. Next up, we have Spicy Delice by Juice Parfums. It's a fairly new release from the Juice, Parfums fragrance brand. And this is an absolute banger, you guys. This is a mesmerizing, spicy, woody, sweet, aromatic vanilla smelling fragrance. Opens up with a very prominent note of cardamom with some ginger, and of course, there's some pink pepper in the opening. In the heart, we have some nutmeg and some cinnamon, and the base we have some vanilla and some amberwood. This is a sweet, spicy, woody, intoxicating, aromatic smelling perfume. It opens up a bit harsh, okay? So it can come off, very strong in the opening, but I feel the heart of this perfume is truly mesmerizing. My partner actually wore this fragrance to walk today, and I tell you guys, the sillage that it lingers behind, that warm, sweet, vanilla, ambery, woody essence in the base, it is truly spectacular. And this is a very strong smelling perfume. There is no doubt in my mind that this fragrance will perform beautifully in the winter months. Right now it is quite cold, and this perfume is for the cold. This is your fall and winter essential smelling fragrance, and it's truly an intoxicating scent in my opinion. The more I smell this perfume, the more I fall in love with it. Cardamom can come off a little bit unisex, but in this perfume, the vanilla, the woody touches, and the cardamom, it is truly an intoxicating scent in my opinion. And this is by far one of the most potent and long-lasting fragrances in my perfume collection. I do have a discount code from the brand. That's Adriana10 for you guys to check it out, just in case you want to explore this scent or any other scent from Juice Parfums. Juice Parfums definitely seem to have some quality fragrances, you guys. So this is Spicy Delice by Juice Parfums. Next up, one of the most potent fragrances in my perfume collection, almost obnoxious smelling, is Verte by Kilian, you guys. And this is a very interesting offering from Kilian. This is a spicy, menthol smelling, a little bit earthy, aromatic, woody smelling perfume. Okay, this fragrance is all about that note of absinthe, which in my opinion, or should I say, let's cut a long story short, it's a minty, almost medicinal, very aromatic, woody essence in my opinion. Very menthol smelling. So this perfume, I want to say, I saw somebody recently highlighted how this fragrance had macerated, and that is the word that I would describe, you know, how this fragrance has developed, you know, and how this perfume smells right now. I sprayed this perfume recently, and this fragrance had the most boozy, sexy, intoxicating essence to it. Okay, bear in mind the licorice and the violet leaf in here, so very prominent, very, you know, noticeable in this perfume. But the booze, you guys, the booze in this fragrance has kind of like macerated, and it's starring in this fragrance so beautifully that even though it has that very strong absinthe essence in it, it is a beautiful scent to pull for on those really cold winter nights. Now this is predominantly a cold weather fragrance. This is for the winter, but it has, you know, developed so beautifully and that it projects like crazy. To be honest with you guys, I wore this perfume the other day, and it was almost a little bit it was a bit much for me, if I could be honest, and it was kind of shocking. Okay, it was a bit much, and I had not sprayed that much of it. So I'm happy to say to you guys that this fragrance, after it settles and macerates and comes into itself, is a very strong and potent, a very obnoxious scent. And of course, the scent profile itself is quite strong and very memorable in my opinion. Of course, if you like different, if you like unique, if you like something really niche smelling, if you want to stand out from, you know, the crowd, Kilian's Verte is definitely the way to go, and it is most definitely one of the most potent and long-lasting fragrances in my perfume collection. So this is Verte by Kilian. Next up, we have the ever so popular, well-renowned Oud Bouquet by Lancome, and this is a sweet rose and oud praline, a little bit ambery, vanilla, sweet smelling perfume. This is a very strong scent. It has a boldness, a very syrupy, sweet, you know, strong rose oud essence backed up by that praline and that vanilla. It is a very strong fragrance, you guys. This perfume has a lot of presence. This is a perfume that you have to be careful when you know, when you put your finger on the sprayer, you have to be gentle, okay? As a matter of fact, this is, again, for the depths of the cold. When we talk about winter, you know, season essential or winter season fragrances, this fragrance is only to be worn for the depths of the cold. And if you wear it any other time throughout the year, if you spray one spray, it's enough to overpower any other fragrance that you wear, even if you give yourself 10 sprays with that other fragrance. This is a beautiful, well-renowned, very classy smelling scent that, in my opinion, is worth every dime. It is a very spectacular offering from Lancome, probably one of the most spectacular offerings. And it's a beautiful scent, but it most definitely is a very potent, very strong, very heavy, you know, long-lasting fragrance that projects like crazy and is most definitely one of those ideal fragrances to put out during the fall and winter season. So Oud Bouquet definitely, you know, still has a spot in my collection when it comes to potent and long-lasting fragrances. I don't know what your best and your most, you know, newly recognized, you know, beast mode fragrance is in your perfume collection, but Oud Bouquet has been and always will be one of the most potent and long-lasting beast mode scents in my perfume collection with a lot of presence, you guys. So this is Oud Bouquet by Lancome. Next up, I'm going to be taking us all the way back with this most beautiful, intoxicating fragrance, and the scent that I'm talking about is Black Orchid by Tom Ford, you guys. I cannot do a potent, long-lasting video without highlighting the ever most intoxicating, polarizing Black Orchid by Tom Ford. This is probably a forgotten scent in the perfume industry. Not for me, because it's beautiful. The fragrance, the bottle is still a spectacular offering in my opinion. And of course, this is a spicy, sweet, woody, earthy, truly with the essence of chocolate and vanilla, a little bit incense smelling fragrance. All those notes. There are some florally touches in here, so but overall, this fragrance has somewhat of a dark, florally, sweet patchouli and chocolatey vibes to it, in my opinion. A beautiful offering. Smells earthy, sweet, warm, cozy, in my opinion. It has that very, you know, bold, commanding presence, in my opinion, but definitely on the darker side because this is a fall and winter essential. It's a beautiful perfume, in my opinion, that makes you feel very glamorous, makes you feel expensive, makes you feel on top of your game, well dressed and all that good stuff. So Tom Ford Black Orchid is and will forever be one of the most potent and long-lasting fragrances in my perfume collection with a lot of presence. Next up we have Sheikh El Sh by Latafa. And you guys, this is not for the faint of heart. If you have been following me, I tried this fragrance early up in the world. When I just bought it, I dosed myself in this perfume and went to bed and woke up 5 o'clock in the morning and took myself a shower so that I could breathe. Okay, this again, it is not to be played with. Okay, do not play with this perfume. This is a spicy, woody, rose, cinnamon, saffron, vanilla, and amber smelling perfume. Now, it smells quite similar to Oud Bouquet, but it's not as dark, okay? And that's the part that fools you. It has a very prominent note of rose mixed with the saffron. So it comes off brighter and airier, and it has, you know, it has that that caramel woody essence in the heart. A beautiful sweet caramel woody essence in the heart. It has a lot of amber in this fragrance as well. So this perfume comes off, even though it comes off very bright, there is like a depth, should I say a heaviness. There is like a heaviness to this perfume. This is a really beautiful smelling fragrance. However, don't play with it. Don't play with it. You know, if you're gonna wear this perfume, you gotta wear it in the dead of the cold, in the dead of the winter. Okay, spray this perfume, and you gotta test it out first. Spray a couple sprays on you. I'm telling you, when I wear this perfume, I wear like one spray. It looks like I'm not wearing this perfume, but I am wearing this beautiful fragrance. But you only need to wear this fragrance ever so sparingly because it is strong. It is strong, but when you smell it, you don't get like, it doesn't feel that strong. It smells really bright, and you get a lot of the rose in here. So you think like, you know, it's a beautiful, you know, scent that you can just go to town with. No, take your time and spray 2 sprays, and 2 sprays will take over the entire room. This is beast mode, you guys. Okay, this is a very strong and beautiful intoxicating fragrance that lasts forever, projects like crazy, would take over every other scent that I have in my perfume collection. Like literally the only other scent that would rival this, I'm gonna give it to you after this. This is the only, like, this and that one is the only scent that can rival each other in my entire perfume collection. So Chik El Sh by Latafa. If you like beast mode fragrances, you need to try this, you guys. Next up, we have another fragrance that is like the strongest of them all. This is like a live wire. That was the initial thought that I had of this fragrance when I first discovered it. And the fragrance that I'm talking about is Oud Satin Mood by MFK. This is a well-renowned, sweet, jammy, violet, rose, and sweet oud smelling perfume. It is intoxicating. It is strong, and once again, it starts off very soft and very warm and really sweet. Okay, you get a really powdery, very violet heavy, sweet rose and oud fragrance, and you think, well, yeah, this smells really, really good. And you take it to town, you dose yourself with this beautiful scent, and it completely takes you over, you guys. It really, really, really does. Beautiful, very strong and long-lasting fragrance. In my opinion, I give this fragrance a lot of respect. Okay, And this is one thing I can say to MFK. I give him his respect and his props when it comes to Oud Satin Mood. MFK Baccarat Rouge, I don't know about that. But when it comes to Oud Satin Mood, you will give MFK his goddamn well respect, because this, in my opinion, is a masterfully created scent that is long lasting. It is strong. It is a beautiful scent. It is an exquisite, expensive smelling perfume, in my opinion. And for the cold weather, I will not have a winter pass without me putting out this fragrance, because this perfume to be worn any other time throughout the year is a bit iffy. So I will most definitely be basking this perfume for the fall and winter months. And yeah, this is definitely by far, this one and the one I just talked about, is like the strongest, most projecting, most obnoxious smelling fragrances in my perfume collection, if I could be completely honest. So this is Oud Satin Mood by MFK. Another big boy in my perfume collection is Toba Color by Christian Dior. And this is a sweet, intoxicating, honeyed tobacco, sweet. I want to say it smells a little bit nutty, in my opinion. It smells a bit nutty, has some plum in there, some citrusy elements. But for me, I get a sweet, honeyed, intoxicating, nutty tobacco essence, in my opinion. It smells syrupy sweet. It smells dripping with honey. And even though it smells a little bit syrupy, it's like a dry tobacco with some syrupy sweet honey. And of course, it has the plum, some smoky touches, in my opinion, along with some ambery touches in here. So this is a lot of sweetness mixing with some depth and some tobacco, you guys. This is like, oh my god, if I can talk about this perfume all fall and all winter long, I damn well would, you guys. Now, I don't see a lot of people raving about this perfume, and I don't really care, but this is an absolute masterpiece in my eyes. And if you guys know me, Dior is my favorite perfume collection. When I tell you, I can rave about this perfume all day, all week, and all month long, because I think that this is like one of the most intoxicating, captivating smelling fragrances in my collection, you guys. I think this is an absolutely spectacular scent that is beast mode, has a lot of presence. This one falls in line with Oud Bouquet. It has the same presence, the depth, you know, the projection, how potent it is. It falls in line with Oud Bouquet. This is a beautiful, strong smelling fragrance, in my opinion. And I love this perfume to the moon and back, you guys. So Toba Color by Christian Dior. This is one of the most potent and long-lasting fragrances in my perfume collection, you guys. And it is most definitely an absolute fave of mine. One of the next most potent fragrances in my perfume collection is Gold Edition Oud by Pascal Marabito. Now, this is a fairly new addition to my perfume collection, okay? And I've been hearing about this fragrance for a very long time. And I happened to, you know, sit at the perfume shop and I just had to grab it, okay? This is a very heavy, spicy, rose, oud, and woody smelling fragrance with the essence of incense, okay? It has a very strong rose essence, okay? You definitely get the incense and those woody touches in here. So this perfume slightly resembles Oud Ispahan, but Oud Ispahan is still airier, a little bit fresher, and it's a bit more smokier, in my opinion, and it still comes off a little bit lighter. This is a very heavy rose and oud scent that, again, is for the dead of winter. This is a beast mode scent. This is a winter special, in my opinion. This is a very beautiful, very strong, heavy rose, oud, and woody smelling fragrance in my perfume collection. So this is Gold Edition Oud by Pascal Marabito. All right, and while we are on the topic of Pascal Marabito, the next most potent and strong, long-lasting fragrance in my perfume collection is Oud Ispahan by Christian Dior. Now, I think Pascal Marabito, I think I heard that somewhere, that Pascal Marabito is influenced by Oud Ispahan. But again, Oud Ispahan, this is a woodsy, a little bit spicy rose and oud fragrance, in my opinion. It is a bit more brighter and still a bit more fresher than Pascal Marabito, and in my opinion it's not as heavy because it has some powdery touches. Pascal Marabito doesn't have as much powdery touches as the Oud Ispahan, but for me, this is woods, spice, rose, and oud with a slight smoky essence, in my opinion. This, however, smells much more exquisite, much more expensive, and it's a little bit lighter, so it's a bit more palatable in my opinion than the Gold Edition Oud from Pascal Marabito. But they're both beautiful fragrances, but they give you something a little bit slightly different, but still similar at the same time. This one is just more fresher, airier, and definitely has presence, you guys. I would say that Pascal Marabito is a bit more sweeter. So this one comes off a little bit more unisex in my opinion. But you know, if you guys know me, you know how I feel about oud. I love me some oud, and Oud Ispahan does it for me. Oud Ispahan gives it to me. This fragrance is a very expensive, exquisite, oudy smelling fragrance in my perfume collection that I absolutely love to pull for during the fall and winter months. So this is Oud Ispahan by Christian Dior. Next up we have Ombre Nomad by Louis Vuitton, and this is the best fragrance from the Louis Vuitton collection in my opinion. This is a spicy, ambery, oudy, woody, a little bit sweet, spicy rose oud scent in my opinion. There's some raspberry, saffron, there's some benzoin, so there is some sweetness in this fragrance, and of course there's some amber mixed with the incense and the oud, you guys. It's a heavy fragrance. I want to say it has slight leathery touches in my opinion. It has somewhat of a leathery feel to it. It is strong, a little bit dark, yet sweet and a little bit playful, because you do get those, you know, fruity touches in this perfume in my opinion, but it comes out very heavy. All I know is a very strong, very womanly scent, very mature scent in my opinion, but not a boring one by any means. This is a very beautiful, strong oud fragrance in my opinion. It is dark, just like the bottom, and for me, this is the best fragrance from Louis Vuitton, because it gives, you know, it gives. When you pay that, you know, expensive price tag, this is, you know, this gives you what you pay for in my opinion. It is strong, it is bold, it is pretty, it is heavy, it is womanly, a bit of playfulness to it, and still mature. And of course, they did not play the oud safe or too western or dunk plate that much in this fragrance. They gave you oud with a rev, just the way that I like it, just the way that I love it. So for me, Ombre Nomad by Louis Vuitton is a very beautiful, very potent and long-lasting fragrance to wear during the fall and winter season. Last but no means least, we have Marc Jacobs Decadence, and this is a sweet, a little bit spicy, ambery, woody, plum and saffron smelling fragrance in my opinion. There is a very generous dose of sweetness in the opening of this perfume that smells like some vanilla. There isn't any vanilla in here, so, but I get plum, saffron, cinnamon. There's some spiciness in here, so there's a generous dose of sweetness. You definitely get the amber mixing with those woody touches. Now, this fragrance does not list cinnamon as a note. However, I do get a cinnamon essence vibe in this perfume. There's a spiciness mixing with the sweetness in here. It smells like a spice bun in my opinion, but it's all sweet and woody. This is a very beautiful smelling fragrance that smells expensive, and this is a perfume that you have to be careful with. You have to spray in moderation, okay? The sweetness and the presence of it, I want to say it's a slightly obnoxious smelling perfume in my opinion, but it is most definitely a very beautiful fragrance that smells very womanly, very like a woman in charge. It has like a boldness to it, mixing with a very elegant ladylike feel to it in my opinion, and it lasts a very long, you guys. It stays on the clothes and it lasts all day. This is a very beautiful, borderline obnoxious smelling fragrance depending on how much you spray, but it is an absolutely beautiful, potent scent in my perfume collection that I reserve to wear during the fall and winter season. So this is Marc Jacobs Decadence. So there you have it, you guys. These are my most potent, long-lasting fragrances in my perfume collection. I do hope you guys enjoyed this list. Let me know what fragrances in your perfume collection are very long-lasting, very potent. Yeah, let me know in the comment section, because I am intrigued. These are the fragrances that I personally have in my collection. Let me know what in your perfume collection that you consider to be the most potent and the most long lasting. I would definitely like to know, so that I can definitely explore myself as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this list. If in fact you did, please give me a very big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, see you guys in my very next video. Bye-bye.